Good morning. I think, it's been a long asked question in liberal democracies about how far and how free you should be in those democracies to attack the very values that make those democracies what they are. Back in 1951 in Australia, for instance, we had a referendum called by Sir Robert Menzies asking to ban the Communist Party. Now, that was at the height of the Cold War after World War II, and Menzies thought that communism was a threat to Australia, so he wanted the party banned. So should you have a party in the country that's seeking to destroy the workings of the democracy? The referendum lost, just. I was thinking about that in recent days as people around the world are mourning the death of the Ayatollah. In England, from the Spectator magazine, we're told that students in Mourning are asked to recite the first chapter of the Quran and are sending members their condolences for the Ayatollah's passing. But they say this is not the end of the resistance. The Shia in the West, Shia Muslims, must remain aware and ready. In Australia, and I take it from another newspaper, a Muslim councillor in Western Sydney gave a speech in which he mourned the death of the Ayatollah. He said, and I quote, "We stand with you and all who value jihad. The ones who are happy with his death are definitely wallahs." Well, I'm not sure what a wallah is, but count me as one, because I don't mourn his death for passing. It's a different debate about what's happening in Iran at the moment. But it's interesting to see this support for the Ayatollah. It caused me to go and have a look at the oath new citizens in Australia take when they become Australians, which is quite a special thing to become, isn't it? And you would like to think those of us who were born here would feel the same way. From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. In 1960, when John F. Kennedy was running for president, there was a lot of concern about his Catholicism. So he gave a very important speech in which he said that he'd be governing, if elected, for all Americans, not just Catholic Americans, and he wouldn't be taking directions from the Pope. So he was making that very clear distinction between religion and democracy. But at the moment we have a lot of people, and we're told that most Muslims in Australia love Australia and Australian values, and I hope that's the case, which would make it even more comforting if more came out and talked about the stupidity of these protests mourning the passing of the Ayatollah. Because I'm not sure how you live up to the values of being Australian, that is supporting democracy, supporting the values that make us Australia, but at the same time mourn the passing of a homophobic, xenophobic, anti-Semitic mass murderer. I just don't understand that. Have a great day.